Okay, guys, welcome everyone. This is Heidi Burkemper. I'm coming to you from Aspen, Colorado, and I am super excited to train on something I've been doing from the very beginning of my business with every single brand new personal customer or brand new customer that I personally enroll. And that has duplicated down to some of my team, not all of it. As you guys know, I'm looking at Lisa, I'm looking at Mary. I didn't know them before I joined Isagenix. You know, most of my team, as Lynn Hagedorn says, it's not who you know, it's who you're going to meet, and that's absolutely true. So, if anyone just wants to raise their, I can't see everyone, unfortunately. I would love to see all of you. So if you can start your video, I would love that. If you're having a bad hair day or whatever, I completely understand. Cass, you're having a bad hair day. No, I'm kidding. You look great. So, but let me ask you guys this. Has anyone ever felt like, oh my gosh, I'm responsible for other people's auto ships? Anyone feel like that? Isn't that awful? It's hard enough to keep me and my family's auto ship going, and much less be responsible for other people's auto ships. So guys, you know, I really want to, people will treat you like you expect to be treated. People will treat you like you not deserve to be treated, but you know, if you're professional, you're going to be treated as a professional. If you're not, if you're going to be like an Avon lady, you know, or whatever, that's what's going to happen. And if you start doing, I do one person's auto ship sometimes, and it's my mom's, and that is it. That is it. She calls me and she says, I need some fruits and greens. You know, I'll help her do that. But okay, so let me ask you this. Do you ever feel like, gosh, I wish I had a little more control over, once you enroll a customer, I wish I had a touch point, you know, a little more control over, you know, over them being able to see all of the amazing tools and resources we have that Isagenix provides, that our team provides, and gosh, I hope they find them, you know, instead of helping them proactively find them. So this is really some of the things that were going on in my business at the beginning, and the reason that I developed this orientation call in the first place. And, you know, I know Jordan Bringleson uses it with everybody as well. And before we get started, I'd love for Jordan just to kind of explain how it's helped her with retention, et cetera, in her business. And then we're going to go into what it is and exactly what I do. So Jordan, I have unmuted you.
Hi, and I just had to close the door. My kids are being loud and obnoxious today. Oh my God, Heidi, the orientation call has completely changed my business. I started implementing this maybe, gosh, I don't know, probably a little over a year now. And when I don't do it, I feel like there's something missing. And I remember at Celebration, you and I talked, and I believe corporate had asked, you know, had indicated that you have one of the highest retention rates in all the businesses. And they asked you, what do you think, you know, why do you think that is? And you said, hands down, it's the orientation call. And from that moment was when I really got serious about doing it. You had done one with me. I still remember Nicole. She was my my guinea pig who we had done this with. And when I asked her about the feedback, she felt so supported, because she knew exactly what was available to her. She wasn't just getting a box of products. She knew how to take control over her account. She was equipped. She was empowered. And, you know, my interaction with her was more product focused, not how to focus. And she knew, you know, she was plugging into Healthy Mind and Body. She was plugging into the IsaBody Challenge, and all of those things, you know, everything had increase. So I had more people doing IsaBody, which then, also led to more retention. I had more people signed up for Healthy Mind and Body, which again, more retention and the reorders. And I never once had anyone say, oh, you didn't tell me I was going on auto ship. I didn't know how to change that, because we laid all the groundwork at the beginning. So I did that, and I did that very consistently. And I taught my team how to do the same. And where I really realized that it really makes such a big difference was when two of my girls were going Crystal Director at the same time. And we were in massive activity. And we were doing 3-way calls, and we were so busy. We just didn't get to the orientation calls fast enough. And what I noticed was we got everybody signed up really, really fast. They did their first order, they did their second order, and then their third month, everybody was returning their products.
Yeah.
And that did not feel good. And I was going through each person who was sending their products back, and I noticed it was all the same BV. And I cross-checked, and it was everybody who didn't get an orientation call.
Wow.
That was like, whoa, that didn't feel good, but at least we knew exactly where that disconnect was. And it's definitely in the orientation call. So I can't even stress the importance enough. I mean, Heidi has laid all the groundwork for us. I mean, this is so systematic. And if you just keep that as a part of your business, it'll almost feel like you're missing something. It won't feel right when you don't do it, because it's really, you're laying the groundwork, you're setting them up for success. And my gosh, your customers are going to appreciate that so much. So if there's anything that I like, the best advice that Heidi gave me that I'm just going to echo is really start implementing the orientation call in your business. It's the best 20 minutes that you will ever invest. So
Jordan, thank you so much. And not only is, to me, it's the best 20 minutes you'll ever invest in your customer, but it will also, in my opinion, save time in the long run.
So much time. Yeah. So thank you. Thank you for all the work that you put into it. It's just brilliant. I love the system. So I'm going to
Thank you. Okay. Well, you know what? Most of the people are on here. It's our first one as a training call, but Bianca just messaged me and said that Tara is on her phone and she has called in. Now, here's the thing. Tara, what I would love to do is schedule our own private orientation call. I'd love to schedule an orientation call with you. This is why. And I'm so glad that all of you are here for this training call so that next week you'll have your brand new customers on this team orientation call, but you have to set it up right. This is an interactive call, and your person must be in front of their computer with the welcome email open. Okay, that is how you set this up. It's extremely important. Tara, if you are not, and let me see if I can find you. Are you a 520 number? Tara, is that you? 520? I unmuted you.
No, it's Jackie.
Oh, hi, Jackie. Okay. Okay, I muted you again. Well, if you're not in front of you're not in front of your computer on this interactive call. Oh, here we go. Tara, hi, it's Heidi.
Hi.
Hi. I'm sorry. We're going to make this a training call, and I am going to text message you. You need to be in front of a computer for this call with the welcome email open.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I'm sorry, but you know what?
That's okay.
I will text you after this with Bianca, and we will set up a personal call. Sound good?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
Okay. All right, thanks.
Okay, so this is great, guys. I'll tell you what, I mean, without this orientation call, I would be so confused. And I want to make sure everyone understands this really simple system. And this has never changed in my business. I've refined it. improved it. I've taken advice from many of you to improve things with changes, but here's our isadreamteam.com. I want to make sure you all understand this. Can everybody see the isadreamteam.com? Okay. Here's the deal. We've created a system, my husband and I, because we saw things that were happening in my business that needed to be corrected. And what we've done, this is not in lieu of isagenixbusiness.com. I love isagenixbusiness.com. This is a tool to use the tools. It's a tool to use the Isagenix tools. So here's 5 steps to success. And this is what I do day in and day out. I invite someone to take a look at our solutions. I do it by text. I do it by phone. I do it in person. I do it in Facebook Messenger, however you want to do that. I invite someone to take a look at our solutions. Or I talk to someone, find a need. And, you know, I said this last week. You don't have a prospect until you have asked enough questions of that person that you've identified a problem that they have that Isagenix has a solution for. Otherwise, you don't have a prospect. So you need to connect with people. That's really step 1, connect with people. So we invite people to take a look at our solutions. We introduce them to Isagenix. Step 2, in some way. And you can look at some of the different ways we do that. We do it by putting them into our Facebook group, Real People, Real Results. We do it by inviting them to one of the Wednesday Experience Isagenix calls. We do them on a one-on-one Zoom call. I do lots of those with my team. We introduce Isagenix. We identify what their pain points are. They want to lose weight. They want more energy. They want to increase athletic performance. And we send an appropriate video from isamovie.com. However that goes, we somehow introduce a solution to their problem, okay, with Isagenix. Next, we enroll, okay? And when we enroll somebody, there's, basically we can send them a text message to get their information. We can send them an email with product recommendations. There's all kinds of things. You guys can check this out. But this is really important. I have some enrollment language under enroll. There's lots of great tools here, guys, under enroll, step 3. How to enroll a new customer. The text message you can send to get their information. Okay, but at the very end of the enrollment, okay, are you open to how to get started, blah, blah, blah. Then you get their information to set up their wholesale account. And then I say, and I'm going to use Mary because she's right in front of me and I can see her. So Mary, I'm going to get your wholesale order set, I'm going to get your wholesale account set up and your order ready to go and shipped to you. And the next step is to set up a 15-minute orientation call where you're in front of your computer so that I can show you how to maximize your success on the products and take advantage of all the perks that come with your wholesale account. Okay? Now, let me just say this. That is the most important part of enrolling someone to me. A bird in hand is worth 2 in the bush. It's like they've got the box, but they've ordered the box, but we want to escalate them. We want to proactively prevent buyer's remorse. Now, I've had people say to me, oh, Heidi, I can't get them on the phone. I'm like, are you kidding me? You're telling me that somebody spent $300 to $1,100 and they're not willing to get on the phone with you for 15 minutes to show you how to use your product? That does not make sense to me. So I can only think that someone's not setting it up right, during the enrollment. The orientation call is scheduled during the enrollment. Okay, and I'm going to say it again. Okay, Mary, I'm super excited that you're on board. You're going to get everything you want. You're going to increase energy. You're going to lose weight. And you're not going to believe the support tools. In addition to our nutritional technology, the support tools and the amazing additional things that I'm going to introduce you to that come with your wholesale account. When the next step is to schedule a 15-minute call where you're in front of your computer before your box even arrives in the next 24 to 48 hours. Can you do tomorrow at 2 o'clock or 6 o'clock or the next day at 3 o'clock or 7 o'clock? You know, give them a couple times, okay? And then you've completed step 3, enrollment. You know, once you get their information, you put and you set up enrollment, guys, is not complete unless and until the orientation call is scheduled. That's how I feel. Okay, and once you've enrolled them, you send the welcome email. Okay, and you let them know this is a confirmation. Okay, and you're going to want, I'm going to be sending you a welcome email, and in that welcome email, it's going to be a confirmation of our orientation call. Remember, guys, if you act professionally, people will treat you professionally. They will not, you know, very, very, very rarely do I have someone cancel this call. Very rarely. Once in a while I'll get a reschedule, but not often. They've checked their calendar. We've set this up. This is crucial. So Mary, you're going to be receiving a welcome email from me with the subject line, welcome to the ISA Dream Team. You're going to be receiving some other emails as well from Isagenix. You can just get rid of those. But keep the welcome to the ISA Dream Team email. That is going to be the email that we're going to be using during our orientation call. Okay? So, you know, you copy this and you paste it into an email and you write the day, date, and time that your orientation call is scheduled. Okay? If this seems like a lot of work, if this seems confusing, it might be for the first couple. And then the third one, when you do this, it just rolls off your tongue. It's going to be so easy. Okay? And like I said, I'm going to be doing these every Sunday at the same time, same channel. So you can plug them into this. Okay? And I'll do it. Here's the deal. There's even a video of me doing this orientation call in the welcome email. But here's the thing, guys. Sorry. They're not going to listen to it. They're not going to listen to it. You know, there's a lot of things bombarding people. And we have to remember that this 15-minute call it's just so critical. So here's the welcome email. And now we're going to go to the orientation call. But just remember that this is what they're going to be looking at while you're doing the orientation call and where they're going to be working from. Okay? So I am going to read the script. I always read the script. No one knows I'm reading the script because I'm on the phone with them and they're in front of their computer and they're pushing their own buttons and they're going to be viewing this. But I am going to be reading this. And I'm going to go through this. And you guys won't believe. If you have the welcome email in front of you on your computer, I encourage you to pull it up and just follow along. But basically, I read this. And I've gotten really good at it. I bet you dollars to donuts that there is not one person that's ever heard me do this orientation call that suspects I'm reading a script. So, you know, get good at it and do the first few with someone who knows how to do it on your team. So I've got Mary on the call at our scheduled time. I usually send a text that morning and say, Mary, friendly reminder, our orientation call is scheduled for today at 2 p.m. Can't wait. Remember to be in front of your computer with your welcome email open. Sometimes you need to resend the welcome email. Sometimes I do that right before the call. Okay, so I actually read this, guys. If you can read, you can do this business. Hey, Mary, it's Heidi. So listen, are you ready to learn how to maximize your Isagenix account? I'm gonna unmute Mary. Okay, and we're gonna role play, if that's okay.
Heidi, yes, I'm ready.
Awesome. So, Mary, for about the next 15, 20 minutes, I'm basically gonna be your tour guide. And Mary, if you're a customer in my organization, we don't just send you a box. We're gonna equip you with the tools and the resources you'll need not only to meet your health goals that you shared with me, but Mary, I'm going to show you how to maintain your nutritional fitness for lasting change, for a lifetime. We're going to go through quite a bit of information. Okay, Mary, and we're going to go through it quickly, but every single thing that we go over is going to be at your fingertips after this through the welcome email. Okay, so you can always refer back to that. There's even a video of me doing it. So Mary, did you receive the email, welcome to the ISA Dream Team?
I did, Heidi, and I've got it open now.
Perfect. Okay, and you've got it open. Well, you are all set then. We'll get right into it. So Mary, first, go ahead and click on the link that says isagenix.com. Okay, so this is what Mary sees, guys. She clicks on it and she goes here. Okay. And like I said, guys, this is so easy. So go ahead and click on that, and you're going to see 3 vertical lines at the top right corner of the page. Do you see those vertical lines?
I see those, yes.
Okay, click on that, and then go ahead and click on Member Login. Okay, and you're going to see a few, these are all the countries that we're in as we're expanding globally. But of course, you're in the United States, so go ahead and click on the United States. So guys, I just want to kind of let you guys know that how cool, whoops. Okay, hold on. Isagenix.com. Okay. Remember login. I don't know why. Oh, here. I'm already signed in as Robin. Okay. So how cool is it for them to see that? To be, each thing is designed for them to go, wow, you're expanding globally. Wow, this is a virtual business. This is really cool. It's designed to create intrigue. Okay. So, Mary, your username and password should be noted on your welcome email. Typically, we use your first and last name, all lowercase, and no spaces for the username. So, guys, here's what I'm going to suggest. This is really, really important. You, especially with the Customer First program, you are going to want to be very consistent on how you enroll somebody, what you use as their username and what you use as their password. Because you're going to be doing these orientation calls with your customers. This is really important. You're going to be doing, I just did 3. I enrolled somebody who enrolled their roommate, and the roommate enrolled her mom last week. This was all when I was, my father passed away. And, I was in St. Louis visiting my family, helping my mom. But, that's how important this is to me. I was not going to skip the 15-minute orientation call where somebody who's like, oh, I ordered this box. I don't know how to use it. I might even send it back, where I could turn that person into one of my business partners. And you're going to see how I do that through this orientation call. Okay, so what I do is typically we use your first and last name, all lowercase, no spaces, and your password's your first name with the first letter capitalized, followed by your cell phone without area code or dashes. So go ahead and log in and let me know when you're there. Okay, so guys, now you've shown them how to log in to their wholesale account. Some people never go there. Most people never go there unless you show them. Okay? Most people never even know about auto rewards. When I enroll someone, I never even tell them about it. I don't tell anybody about our auto ship until, oops, sorry guys, until I do this orientation call. There's no reason to, okay? So go ahead and log in and let me know when you're there. So Mary's going to say, okay, I'm here.
Okay, I'm here. I'm ready.
Okay, great. So Mary, this is where you're going to be placing future orders, managing your auto ship. And the first thing I really want to show you is your auto ship. Okay, so if you can click on the orange tab that says Manage Auto Ship. Okay, so this is what's so beautiful. Mary's clicking her own buttons.
Mm-hmm.
She's clicking on Manage Auto Ship. And she's like, oh my gosh, Heidi put all this stuff in here, and what the heck, what is this? And then I'm going to tell her, okay, and I'm reading this. I don't even have this up. She has it up. Okay, so Mary, listen, we enroll everyone into our auto rewards program because of the instant savings. But I don't want you to worry about a thing. You have complete control over your account. Guys, it's Mary's account, not mine. It's her wholesale account, not mine. It's your customer's account, not yours. Because I'll tell you what, from a duplication process, if you want to be a 6 or 7 figure income earner in this company, if you're spending your time managing everyone's auto ship, you're not going anywhere. Okay, so I really, really want you to show people how to become independent. This is their own wholesale account. Okay, so Mary, similar to opening a Costco membership, you've opened your own wholesale virtual grocery store to purchase the best food on the planet. Intrigue. Mary's like, the best food on the planet. So Mary, when does it say your next order is due to ship? Okay, she's looking at this. Next auto ship date says
September 17th, right.
Okay, and so listen, okay, so great. I recommend, Mary, very highly recommend that you set up a monthly reminder in your calendar to edit that order several days prior to that date. So whatever calendar you use, go to September 14th and say check ISA order. Okay, does that make sense?
Makes perfect sense, yes.
Okay, so Mary, you know what, you can even text me and we can have a little call about this, when your order is due to ship. If you have questions, we can assess you where you are, etc. But for now, we've created a placeholder order in your next shipment. But of course, you're going to want to edit that once you determine what you're in need of, what you have plenty of. But just know that if you don't make any changes, you will get the order currently in your basket shipped on the date noted. Make sense?
Makes sense.
Okay. I have now delegated the auto ship responsibility to Mary. It is off my hand. It's out of my head and off my mind. And you know what? She's not going to call me in 30 days angry. Okay? So now listen, Mary, you can edit, cancel, or change your order at any time simply by clicking on the Edit My Auto Ship button, or you can simply call customer service, and the number is right there, 877-877-8111. It's really easy. Or, of course, I'm always a text or phone call away. Okay,
Perfect.
so moving on, let's hit the back button to return to the home page. You're going to notice a blue tab. Okay, they're going to hit the back button. You're going to notice a blue tab that says Enroll New Customer. Okay, guys, this is crucial. I want to show you this, Mary, because if you have anyone in mind who you feel would be interested in saving money on their groceries and upgrading their nutrition, I'm here to educate them on our solutions. And if they enroll as a customer and are referred by you, that's going to help you to offset the cost of your products or even eat for free. So, I promise to provide white glove service to anyone you recommend. And, it's so much fun to do this with an accountability partner. In essence, we have a simple and elegant referral program designed to impact world health as we take this company to the largest health and wellness company in the world. And again, it's so much more fun, and you'll have, and studies show you have way better success to make this lifestyle change with a few accountability partners. Okay, moving on, we're going to go to the green bar at the top of the page and click on resources. So guys, you've showed them this, you showed them this, and now you're going to go to this, resources. And I have to go back to this. I literally read this. In the drop-down menu, you're going to see a link that says go to Healthy Mind and Body. And Mary, you know what? We know that lasting change has as much to do with mindset, maybe even more so, as it does with having the best nutritional technology. The Healthy Mind and Body program has been an absolute game changer for me personally. This personal growth online program was designed by Rod Harrison. He was mentored and trained under Tony Robbins. I'm sure you've heard of him. Mm-hmm. And this is incredible, Mary. This program retails for $695, but it's available to you as an Isagenix preferred customer for just $39. Once you complete this, it's a 60-day program, you're going to receive a $45 gift certificate to use for more product. So it's basically better than free. And then the last thing I'd like to show you under resources is the last link on the right side of the drop-down menu that says Watch Isagenix Videos. Okay, so guys, they're looking at this, and you're telling them exactly where to go. Resources, Watch Isagenix Videos, and you're taking them to here. I have had several people tell me, oh my gosh, I went and I watched, I was up till 2 in the morning watching all the Isagenix videos. So you're increasing engagement. You're increasing engagement with your customer when you're doing this orientation call. And okay, Isagenix has done such a phenomenal job, Mary, creating some short educational videos so that you can quickly learn more about all the solutions we offer that resonate with you. So I highly recommend checking those out. So you're not saying, oh, join my team. You know, you can make money. You're just offering this. And if they're interested, they're going to click on the wealth creation. It's what I did 5.5 years ago. It's what I did. But thank God I looked in my back office because nobody told me about it. Okay, so next, go back to the green bar and click on contests and promotions. Okay, so this is where they're going to go. Contests and promotions right here. Okay, they're going to click on that and they're going to see the IsaBody Challenge. We're just showing them this, guys. And you'll see. Okay. So if you're interested now, Mary, 6 months from now or any time in the future, simply for registering and completing this, you'll receive $200 worth of free product.
Wow.
Isn't that fun? I mean, why not, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can find all the details on how to engage in the challenge by clicking on the IsaBody Challenge link. So see, guys, we're just showing them, we're offering. Okay, now, Mary, I know you may be getting a little overwhelmed, but if you keep the welcome email on file, you know, I know this is a robust amount of information. That welcome email, you're going to have access to everything we're going over at your fingertips. And of course, I'm a text or phone call away. So just a couple more things. Let's go back to the Welcome to the Isa Dream Team email where we originally began the call. And we're going to finish up. Okay, so here, they're going to click out of here. Oh, I'm sorry. And they're going to go back to the welcome email. So they're looking at this, guys. Okay? And this is where we're going to show them. Hold on. It's even easier when I'm reading this and they're on the phone and they're clicking their own buttons. You know, they're, as Abraham Lincoln says, tell me and I forget. Show me and I might remember, but involve me and I'll understand. So this is really what's so key about this. Okay, so are you back at the welcome email, Mary?
I am. Yes, I am.
Beautiful. Okay, so go ahead and scroll down to the maximize your results section. Just scroll down the welcome email, and we're just going to review some valuable resources to support you in maximizing your goals. So see, Mary's going to scroll down here to the maximize your results. Okay, and this is where we offer this. Okay, where we offer all this. This is great. Mary, if you happen to be on Facebook, we would love to add you to our VIP product coaching and support page. It's called Fresh Start. We have monthly group challenges. It's really fun. I can add you right after this call if you're open to that. Would you want me to add you?
Yes, please. Okay. Yes, I'm on Facebook. I would like that.
Okay, great. So I'll add you to that. Feel free to ask questions there, and there's recipes and all kinds of things. It's a great community. So Mary, the most common question, of course, is how do I use the products? I want you to know that this program has enormous flexibility, and you'll want to tailor it to your specific goals and lifestyle. But Mary, the Shake and Cleanse Day videos do a much better job than I ever could in walking you through how to use your products and maximize your results. So when I first began my journey with Isagenix, I personally watched those videos about 5 times before my box even arrived. And I'm telling you, Mary, of course you're going to receive complete instructions when your box arrives. But when my box arrived, I was ready to rip open the box and get started. So I want you to know that once you finish a day or 2 of this, you're going to have this program down pat. You're also going to find a very helpful link that shares healthy recipes. Do you see that link? So she remembers looking at this, healthy recipes. So she might look at that. Yeah, so you might want to check out that. There's some really good recipes, and I never get tired of our shake because there's a million ways you can make it. Okay, so Mary, another thing that I really am, I want to make you aware of is that it's very normal to experience certain symptoms when you improve your diet. Most people feel better almost immediately, but know that at first it's very normal to feel a little uncomfortable as your body acclimates to the higher grade nutrition. I always suggest familiarizing yourself with the process your body is going through at first. It's called retracing, and it's where you're discarding unhealthier tissue and building healthier cells. That symptoms to expect link it goes to a document that explains it. And it explains how becoming nutritionally fit, just like becoming physically fit, may not always be paved in perfect comfort. Your first week may be a little challenging. Make sure to reach out for support if you're struggling. Use the Fresh Start or VIP product coaching page to ask questions. And we also even have a clinical nutritionist, Dr. Ina Nozak, available to call into. And her information's all right there on your welcome email.
Thank you, Heidi.
Okay, so make sure and utilize those resources. And when you click on the product Fastbacks link, this is basically a list and an explanation of the benefits associated with each and every product available to you. We have over 70 products available to you through your wholesale account. So, Mary, as we wrap this call up, in order to know how to best follow up with you, I'd like to ask if you're a 1, a 2, or a 3. 1, like about 85% of customers, you're simply interested in using and benefiting from the products. 2, you're interested in introducing Isagenix to some friends and family, if and when the opportunity presents itself. Or 3, you're interested or maybe at least intrigued in learning about the income opportunity behind our products. What would you say you are?
Heidi, I was absolutely a 1. I just wanted to use the product. So that's where I was.
Okay. Did you hear that, guys? Mary was a 1. And here's the deal. We're planting seeds. I am not going to convince. We don't convince, because if I try to convince someone to do something they don't want to do, a man convinced against his will is of the same opinion still.
Ooh,
okay?
That's good.
You can't push a string. You pull it. You're attractive. And Mary's going to go, oh, Heidi was pushy. I didn't like that. I wouldn't want to do that because I'm not pushy. Do you see what I mean? So I'm going to simply say, well, great, Mary. Do you mind if I check in with you from time to time to see how you're doing?
No, that'd be fine.
Okay, great. And by all means, feel free to call or text me should you have any questions. And please know, guys, I'm planting a critical seed here. And please know, Mary, that as you start using the products and experiencing results, should people start asking what you're doing, I greatly appreciate referrals. Rest assured, I'm going to provide white glove service. And it will also, I'll definitely, pay you back in some way because I appreciate those referrals so much. So that concludes our call, Mary, and I cannot tell you how much I appreciate your time. I'm really looking forward to supporting your success.
Thank you, Heidi. I appreciate it.
Okay, so guys, this is all spelled out in the 5 steps. Step 1, invite someone to take a look or, basically find a solution. Today I was on a plane and sitting next to somebody who's from St. Louis, but was going to visit her daughter who's in pharmaceutical sales and is in Denver for training. And I said, oh, wow. I have quite a few business partners that used to be in pharmaceutical sales or medical sales that are now working with me as business partners in our nutritional company. So I just opened the door. Really, what's your nutritional company called? It's called Isagenix. I'm so excited about it. We just did almost $1 billion last year. And, it's so cool about, my business partners who have been in pharma were really burned out and they're really loving this. They've been trained, to do this, but they've just kind of come over from pharmacy to nutrition. And she was like, really? I'm actually, anyway. So you know what? I found a need. She asked me questions and, the more questions your prospect asks, the better. I mean, I shut up and kind of took mental notes so I could figure out what am I going to send her? And then I got her information and then I'm dripping on her and introducing her to some solutions that can solve her problems. And then we'll go to the daughter, hopefully, maybe in the future. We'll see. Prospecting is a process, not an event. Prospecting is a process, not an event. So that is the orientation call, guys. And it is 6:45, and I promise you that call takes 15 minutes, not 45 minutes. Okay, and are there any questions before we wrap up? I'm going to look at the chat.
Heidi, can I say something?
Sure.
Oh, I love this call. Okay, yes, and I can attest, it does not take more than 20 minutes when you actually get to it.
Yeah.
And two, add your personality and practice reading the script over and over and over until you're you as you're giving the orientation call, because you never want to sound scripted. Put your personality in there, add your ad lib. Like Heidi said, when I'm doing it, no one can tell that I'm reading anything because it's so conversational. Something I wanted to add as I'm teeing up, setting up the appointment for the orientation call, just like Heidi said, I rarely have anyone cancel or no-show for the call. At worst, we have to reschedule it a couple days out. But what I do is I say, now that we got you enrolled, then the next thing I want to do is set up our orientation call between now and when your box comes in within 48 to 72 hours. So here in the next couple days, we're going to schedule an orientation call. This way, by the time you get your products, you're going to know exactly where to go to log in to place future orders. You're going to know exactly all the resources that are available to you from day one. So let's really make sure that we set up the call before your products even get here. And so, because if you go through that welcome email, it has videos on how to use the products, how to get ready for the shake days. And so you really want them to be prepared before their box even gets there. So if you can even create that as a business practice, is making sure the orientation call is done before their products even gets in, then it like prompts them to make sure that they're on the call, because they want to make sure that, they just invested this money. They want to make sure that they know exactly how to use the products. And that's usually their number one question is, well, how do I use the product? So that's how I tee up the orientation call, and, making sure that they get on it. So I just wanted to add that I do.
Thanks,
Hey,
Jordan.
a quick comment. I'm in St. Louis. And we have a distribution center in Collinsville. I had someone get their box.
Shoot, Mary, I'm losing you. Oh shoot, you're frozen. Okay, you guys, a lot of people are asking about the email Isagenix sends about the auto ship. Most people are too busy to even notice that, but if they do, I have had a couple people, Mary, I'm so sorry you're frozen, but when you unfreeze, ask your question about the Collinsville thing. But anyway, if they do notice, I just, I have the orientation call set up. And I say, oh, don't worry about a thing, Jordan. No big deal. We're going to go over that. And I'm going to explain how to cancel it or edit it. Yeah. On the orientation call. No worries.
You know what? And I agree. I usually don't bring up auto ship when I'm setting them up. And when we do the orientation call, I go through all of that, and I've never had any issues with that. And that's why it's so important that we do the orientation call. If you're not talking about it during the enrollment process, you better make sure you're talking about it. You better make sure you're doing that orientation call, because you don't want them to have any surprises. But they do get an email from Isagenix, but chances are they're not checking that. But yeah, I haven't had any issues with that either. And then usually when I am setting up, when we do talk about when we talk about auto ship during that time, they might have a few questions, and then I always let them know before your next order even comes in, we're just going to evaluate where you are and where you're how close you are towards your goals, and we'll make some tweaks and changes to your next order and get you even closer to your ultimate goal. And so that first auto ship order, I do work with them, and we reevaluate what they need next. So they never feel like they're on their own.
Exactly. And, here's the deal. Okay, there's nothing worse about getting that text about an audit. Yeah.
No, there's nothing worse. I had too many of those, and I know it was my fault.
Yes, exactly. They return it, guys, because they don't know how to edit it. They didn't know they were on auto ship. They forgot they were on auto ship. I mean, people are busy, and we need to take, and you know what, I'm going to say this. Some people will tell me, can you please, I don't want to be on auto ship in the orientation call. And I say, okay, that's absolutely fine. We can get that canceled immediately. Or, it depends on how busy I am. Sometimes I'll just call for them and just cancel it. But, yeah, and I'll write, because I call in to customer service quite a bit, and usually with like 5 things or 6 things on a Monday. But you can also just tell them, just call 877-877-8111. They'll cancel it right away. But you know what? It was great because you saved money on your first order simply for me enrolling you on that. So, they save like $20. They save 15% and $10. Mm-hmm. Any other questions? It's a little awkward doing it this way, I would say. Here's another thing. I'm going to say this, and this might be mean, but I know you all are business builders. But I know Jordan is going to agree with me. This is somewhat of a qualifier for me, guys. I've had people go, they can't figure out how to click on a link. I was like, okay, well, I give them, that means I know to say, if they don't even know how to click on a link, then I'm going to have them use customer service. I'm going to basically just say, okay, call 877-877-8111. Put that in your cell phone, put it in someone like that might still have like a phone book, write it down in your phone book. The person that you want in your business, I'm sorry, I think they have to have a few computer skills. And when somebody is just like, yep, there, yep, got it, yep, on it, yeah, love that. And they're going through this orientation call with ease, I know that they're somebody I'd really like to work with. If they're getting confused on how to log in, I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory, and they're real confused about, they're not on Facebook, and they're, just take a mental note, and really, we're sifting, sorting, and qualifying, and directing people to the tools that are most appropriate for them. If they can't click on a link, I might just kind of make it a 5-minute call and talk about customer service and calling into customer service.
Mm-hmm. I had to do that before. The call just wasn't going anywhere.
Right.
And that's okay. And that's okay. And what I love is, and then I've had calls where they weren't, so sure how to navigate through, but God love them. They figured it out and they Googled everything. And it's like, I want to work with someone like that, who's resourceful. And, the orientation call tells you so much about a person.
It tells you
were very strategic about this, Heidi. You were very strategic about every single thing that you did in this call.
Well, you've helped me. Thank you, Jordan. We've kind of done this, and, we will continue to. The orientation call to me will never, we might tweak it, but we won't delete it. Okay, love the way you pick up clues. It does come with experience. You'll get better at this. You'll get better and better. Thanks so much, love. Okay, it empowers them. That's what we want. We want to empower people. Somebody was talking to me about, the business thing, helping. There's somebody who is very needy that I'm trying to work with and not doing a very good job with it. But, it's basically, I want to help people that are willing to help themselves. If I send someone, if they ask a question, I send them a video or a tool or a resource that answers their question, that's my job. My job is, I'm a tour guide. I need to be super familiar with all the tools and resources, and I need to guide people to what they need at the right time. That's what we need to aspire to be, is the best tour guide, Julie on the Love Boat ever. And, we really do need to be somewhat selective. Tony Robbins couldn't say it enough. At Celebration, raise your standards, raise your standards, raise your standards. I used to think I was like responsible for everything until I realized I can lead 1 million, but I can only carry 1 on my back. And my objective and goal, and I hope yours is too, is to impact world health and free people from physical and financial pain. And the quickest way I can do that is by doing this orientation call and guiding people, to what area of Isagenix and which solutions fit them best and how they can order easiest. And if it's that they call into customer service, that's okay. But they're probably not going to be a business partner. Okay, anything else? We have another call in 3 minutes. Perfect. People have different expectations of a coach. I'm not a life coach. I don't want to be. But I, you know, we don't need to do that. We need to be Isagenix business coaches. And I used to get really, like, I remember Lynn said it. Lynn was like, I'm not a product coach.
Mm-hmm.
And people, I know a couple people didn't like that. They're like, well, that's kind of, you know, snooty tooty. But you know what? Guess what? She's not. And Dr. Ina is amazing. But the problem is we're not directing people and showing them where those tools and resources are for them to take advantage of. And there's way too much information. So we must go over it with them. Okay, so I'm going to do my Sunday Grow Pro call now. I have to log out of this and go, thanks, you guys.
Thank you.
Next week, get people on this call, right? And send them the welcome email so we can do it. Oh, someone asked really quick before we wrap up. Someone asked, do I do this as a Zoom call or do I do it as an orientation call? If I did it as a Zoom call, I would have my orientation call script right here on my cell phone reading it. And I would click, okay. In the United Kingdom, my team over there is doing the orientation call, and they do it through Zoom, and they just share the screen. And that's really, you know, so like I could share this screen with Jordan. I could make her a host on Zoom. Or I could, yeah, I can make her a host, and then she can have control over the screen. So, you know, if you have somebody really, now some of those, that team over in the UK are kind of seasoned network marketers. So they know what they're doing, and they're enrolling people that know what they do, that know what to do. I found the best way to do this is over the phone, and instructing them to have the welcome email up. And me read the script. Okay, bye guys.
Bye, Heidi. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thanks, Heidi.
Thank you.
I love brass tacks.
Great call, Heidi. Thanks.
Thanks, George.
Yep.
Thank you, Heidi.
Thank you, Heidi.
Thanks, guys.
It's the basics that we can't hear enough of. Keep it up.
Yep.
Uh-oh. I'm
We did.
ending meeting. Get on.